Stroke Awareness Month, but also this is Older Americans Month, the month of May, and to talk about issues facing our senior population is Grace Smith, the Executive Director of the Council on Aging in Middle Tennessee. Welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, tell me more about what your organization does and how you advocate and reach this population that can sometimes be isolated.
Sure. The Council on Aging of Middle Tennessee has been a nonprofit agency for 30 years, and we really exist to provide information, education, and advocacy for older adults and caregivers, and we also identify unmet needs and then serve as a catalyst to develop solutions to those needs. For the past 2 years, we've really been focused on senior transportation because it's been an unmet need that has been discussed among senior service providers for 10 years now. And the Council on Aging convened a coalition of organizations, public and private, that has been meeting, looking at models around the country, and we have now developed a new service that's going to be a call center and assisted ride program called Senior Ride Nashville that will be launching later this year.
What great news.
So we're really excited that's going to be a new option for older adults who can no longer drive.
Almost like a Lyft or Uber for seniors?
Similar in many ways, where you can call and request a ride. Different in that it's going to be operated primarily by volunteer drivers who will be screened and trained, and actually can go beyond what Uber and Lyft can do and provide door-through-door support.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Yes.
I'd not heard of this. We're maybe breaking some news here. That's terrific. Okay, what are some of the other issues beyond transportation that our senior population, we know about health issues, but other kind of day-to-day consumer issues?
Sure. We get calls every day from caregivers who are looking for services, maybe in-home care or transportation for a spouse or a parent that they're caring for. We get calls from older adults who are concerned about being the victim of a scam. And they may have received a letter in the mail or a suspicious email, and they want to know, do you think this is a scam? How can I protect myself? We receive calls from older adults who are looking for affordable housing. And that has become a big issue that we are now doing more advocacy around and looking for solutions to help seniors who are on fixed income and need to stretch their dollars in order to find ways to either stay where they are in their own homes or find housing options that are more affordable.
How do you interact with your population? Is it like, how do you reach them? Because I wouldn't think that a lot of this population would necessarily be on the internet. Maybe I'm totally wrong. I think a lot of people are on Facebook, you know, interacting with their family members, grandchildren. So tell me about how you reach
that's a great question. And we are finding, in looking at some of the research, that 6 out of 10 seniors are now on the internet.
Terrific.
So more and more numbers, particularly as baby boomers age, and we know that 10,000 adults are turning 65 every day now in this country. So tremendous numbers of baby boomers are reaching retirement age, and they are very internet savvy. So I think we're going to see more and more seniors online. For those who are not, we are out in the community all the time giving presentations to church groups, we're at the public libraries very often giving scam prevention presentations. Anywhere where we're invited. I had a women's group call me yesterday asking us to come do a scam prevention talk. So we are frequently all around Middle Tennessee speaking not only to seniors but also to professionals who work with older adults.
And that leads into my next question. What advice do you give caregivers assisting our older Americans in the community to help them protect their charges, if you will, you know, to protect them from scams and other things affecting them?
The number one piece of advice that we give, because it is the biggest risk factor for being a victim of scams or financial exploitation, is to help your loved one avoid isolation. keep them connected, stay involved, whether it's connection to neighbors, to their faith community, getting them out in the community, to the store, to wherever you can, keep them connected to the community so they're not sitting isolated at home all the time, because that's when they're at greatest risk for being a victim of a scam. We find that programs like Meals on Wheels and some of the nonprofit run services that older adults may qualify for are also another good protection, because that's another set of eyes coming to the house and making sure, checking in to make sure they're okay. And for a lot of caregivers these days, particularly adult children, they may live in a different city and they're concerned about mom or dad being here. And so local family may not be available, and you need to call an agency like the Council on Aging, or call the Elder Care Locator, which is a nationwide service, and find out what organizations where your aging parents or where you live, if you're a senior, can provide assistance. One of the things that the Council on Aging has done for years is we produce a directory of services for seniors. And this is a comprehensive resource guide on every type of service or community resource you may want to know about.
The Council on Aging's directory of services. Looks like there's quite a bit of information packed in there.
It is. And this is like the yellow pages for older adults and caregivers. It is unbiased information, but it's everything from senior centers to in-home care and home health, information on Medicare, Social Security, you name it, it's in here. And we keep this updated, particularly in our online directory, which is on our website.
Wonderful, wonderful information. Thank you for sharing this with us, Grace. What a pleasure to have you today.
Thank you.
All right, and we'll be back to close up our program right after this. Thank you for watching Community Health Matters. Learn more ways to improve your health at mycommunityhealthmatters.org. And remember, here in Middle Tennessee, our community health matters.